What's up? It's your boy Mikeyyywill here, and yes, I'm showing you guys how to build a 40-volt 10S battery for your e-bike or for your little build or whatever you got going on. So you're gonna need some 18650 cells. I got Samsung 2500 milliamp ones. I think they go up to 20 amps, something like that. But I got 50 of them. So we're putting 2 packs of 25 together. So you're gonna wanna obviously line up all the batteries. And they're going to start to look like this. You're going to start to do positive, negative, positive, and then negative. Because that would be like the 5 cells. I'm actually going to cut off those remaining little cell holders at the end. Because obviously they're not useful, they're not being used and stuff. And I just had these cell holders and I just wanted to use them. So hence the honeycomb look. And this is what it starts to look like, guys. So it's going to be positive, negative, all the way until you get to the last row of 10. And that would be your 50. And like next thing you know, you just check each one, go down to each one. Because if one of those is flipped the wrong way, it will definitely spark. And you will get that blue magic smoke that you do not want after spending how many hundreds of dollars on this. This was actually like $120. Not bad, you know what I'm saying? So this is what we're doing, the main positive right now. Oh, geez. All right, we're back. So you got your nice little spot weld. I got a good one. I got it from AliExpress, Alibaba. I don't know. But it took me like 4 tries to get it because I got one with 220 volt, 240 volt. And then I was like, all right, finally got the one for 120. And it's been pretty good ever since. So yeah, you guys are going to see some sparks. I might have my spot welder set a little too high. But I wanted to make sure those things were on there. And all right, we're on to the the next set of rows. So you're going to now use the negative side of those batteries and go down each row. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of speed tacking and just doing one just to show you guys what to do. But in reality, you don't want to use like 3, maybe even 4 tacks because you want to be really sure. You do not want those things breaking off. Those spot welders are very good. And those cheap ones that are like $100 are really good too. But it's going to take a lot more time and a lot more charges if they're battery powered. But you guys are starting to get the gist of this. I'm using the 2-piece strips, which make things a lot easier. I will link a lot of everything down below, not a lot of the stuff. But yeah, so you're just going to go down. You can even see that I'm hitting like some twice. And sometimes you do have to move the spot welder in a weird angle sometimes to get a good tack. And it's never a big deal because sometimes you want the perfect nickel strip going down the battery. And sometimes it's kind of hard because you'll get like halfway down and it turns or something like that. But like just make sure it does not look like it's going to go and bridge over into the next set of cells. I'm supposed to be using the little cell ring, little plastic little rings. You can use them, you can not use them. It does make for a cleaner build. It just wasn't in the budget. I just wanted to get this thing going because I was waiting 3-4 weeks just for like some nickel strips, and like it just was blowing my whole entire vibe just to, yeah. But yeah, that was how the first pack would look. It's gonna look like a metal pretzel thing. I've said that in the 72-volt battery build video. If you guys want to go check that out, that is on my page as well. I made that battery about 2 years ago, and well, it's about like 2 years and like a couple months, and I still use this day, no problems. Other than like, I don't know, the vinyl cracking a little bit, but that's like a $5 replacement. But all right, getting back to this battery build video. So we are on the second pack. And as you guys know, you would leave the one row open, like and you guys will see when I show you. And this is like, that's the main negative right there, going on to the battery. Oh, that was a big spark. But yeah. Once you get up in the cells, once you start connecting them all, yeah, the sparks definitely get bigger. They get bigger, guys. But none to fear. If you got a good spot welder and you put enough pressure down, those tacks will stick. And this is like a fairly like light kind of build. You're not going to be going crazy unless maybe you are, who knows. But that's what the cell holders are for. You get the anti-shake ones or the anti-vibration ones. All right, so now we're going to connect the packs. So we're doing, you have to obviously like cut a piece of nickel strip. If you have the single or if you have the 2P, you just cut it right down the middle with some good snippers or something, whatever you got. So you're gonna want to get them all, and from there you're gonna want to look to see, make sure you're not doing it to like the wrong set of cells, so make sure you pay attention and like try to flow how it would like normally go, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I got a little caught up right there. All right, here we go. My head's itching. I'm looking for something down there. All right, we back though. We got the piece. Yes, sir. You're gonna need some bridge pieces. You're gonna cut those up, and you see me tapping it just to make sure it's not sparking, because if you'll know if it's in the wrong spot. It'll spark or bridge, and which is way worse. So if it bridges, you want to make sure you get one of those bridges up, because it will keep sparking until it finally starts smoking. And literally after you put in that hour, 2 hours on this battery, you don't want it to go up and smoke, especially at the end. But yeah, so you guys get some. I had some like thicker nickel strip. You want the bridge to be I think double the strength of what you're like using. I don't know. I usually just double it up in the middle, because like I want higher strength, because that's the bridge is where like most of the, not the bridge, the bridge is like where a lot of power is held. This is the BMS. I use the Daly BMS. Got it from Amazon. And for this thing, it's very, very simple. You just follow the wiring diagram. You are, I'm soldering all the leads all to the positives. Well, that's what you have to do. And so each string just keeps going down. And the easiest way is to just like keep flipping the battery back and forth until you get all the way, because you don't want to mess up and have one cell reading one thing and another cell reading another thing. And well, it'll tell. Well, actually, this isn't a smart BMS. It probably wouldn't even work. It would probably just short out the BMS, which would suck. So you guys want to make sure you do it all. And I'm just pre-soldering the nickel strips, so it becomes a lot easier for me to lay down the wires. And look, so the black one goes to the main negative on this one, and this one goes to the first positive. And then you keep going down in series until you get to 10. And like, you make sure the wiring diagram is correct. I cannot stress that enough. It's not hard at all to follow, but like, it's definitely confusing. If you guys like need help, definitely refer to this video, because it's some of this stuff ain't easy, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I make it look easy, and I know there's a lot of videos out there that do make it look easy, but it's like kind of sketch. But if you guys got like good teachers like I had, like, and if you're persistent, you're good at electronics, you're just good at building, like, definitely try this. So this is what we're doing. We gotta put the blue wire to the BMS, to the negative pole, and what I do is usually strip it really far, pre-tin that whole wire, and then I'll pre-tin the nickel strip a little bit, so it gives it a little easier anchor point. And then, yeah, usually you just straight kaboom. Sometimes you gotta apply a little extra pressure to it so it can, stick. And then here is the positive lead. This one goes straight to your connector. And just be careful, because that positive other side could be touching something and it will spark something. And I'm using an XT90 connector, and that's what it looks like, guys. Not that bad. I used old 3D printed garbage I had laying around. I just put it together because it was definitely really soft and would help. A little bit of heat shrink, never hurt nobody. Definitely put heat shrink on it. I also had this, got this from Amazon. It was like $20. And that little heat gun from Amazon's probably like $13, $15. I don't know. It's straight from China, like $2. Look it up. If you want to wait like 4 weeks for this thing, definitely do it. But yeah, that's what it looks like. Not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's going inside a case, so not too worried about like looks. And I'll insulate the case a little bit, you know. It is what it is. And there it is, guys. You got your 40-volt battery build, and it's going in that cart, guys. Make sure you check out that video as well. Yes, sir. Make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and comment. Everything helps. We got more content coming soon. Peace.